Let me tell you something, a special day all the time. As a kid, you knew it was going to be baseball and a doubleheader and a nice blue sky.
Well, absolutely, and it's always a special day for me growing up in a military family. But for my own family, my immediate family, it was always baseball. I can't remember the last time I had a 4th of July day where baseball wasn't involved, so I'm looking forward to today's day. Beautiful day here at the ballpark.
You bet. It's gorgeous. Good crowd showing up here at Safeco Field. I tell you what, here's a guy that's been having a couple of great All-American moments the last couple of days. Casper Wells really swinging the bat well for the Mariners, coming up with some big hits.
Well, Casper obviously made some adjustments. He was down in AAA. They recalled him. I think a couple of things have happened. One, he was recalled. He's had some success. Two, he's had an opportunity to play more frequently, and because of that, he's come up with some big base hits for the Mariners, including a home run in last night's ball game. But Casper, overall, I think, has been aggressive on the fastball. Here's a home run in the back of the Orioles bullpen. So today, he gets rewarded, Dave. He moves up. He's going to hit third in the lineup, and I think for good reason. He has been the hot hitter. He's been the guy that's come up with the big hits for them. So hopefully Casper will have that continue in today's game.
He has really earned that responsibility, and we wish him all the best. His dad, Casper the Fourth. He's Casper the Fifth back in Albany, New York, rooting him on. We got some veterans here as we salute members of the armed forces on this 4th of July. Happy birthday, America. We got baseball. Orioles, Mariners, rubber match. First pitch is straight ahead.
Seattle Mariners Baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Banner Bank. Better ideas, better banking. By CenturyLink, a different kind of communications company. CenturyLink, your link to what's next. And by the Emerald Queen Casino, Cowboy Rock with Ronnie Dunn of Brooks & Dunn, July 28th. For tickets, go to emeraldqueen.com. Oh, sure, nice and quiet now, but I'd say in about 9 hours or so, Lake Union will have hundreds of thousands of people gathered around, getting ready for some 4th of July fireworks. Welcome out to Japan. It's Brad Adam and Bill Kruger with you. And since, we're here on our nation's birthday, we're enjoying baseball, talking 4th of July, what we like to do on this holiday. Let's bring in Tom Glasgow and Angie Mentic, too, to continue talking about our nation's birthday. We'll start with Angie. Angie, what is 4th of July like for you growing up, or what do you remember like best about it?
You know, I'm a Navy brat, and more times than not, my dad was stationed in Norfolk, Virginia. So we would always make the drive up to Washington, D.C., and watch the fireworks at the Washington Monument. And then, you know, we would always drive back down to Norfolk, about 3.5-hour drive. And every kid knows that the best sleep is when you're kind of awake, but your parents have to carry you into your bed. So those are sort of my memories, spending the 4th of July at the Washington Monument watching the fireworks.
All right, sounds good. Ange, let's go to Mr. Glasgow. Tom, what was it like for you?
Brad, growing up in Tacoma, had a chance on either the 3rd or 4th of July, depending on the schedule of any given year, to go to Cheney Stadium and watch the Tacoma Cubs. And Stan Naccarato, Mr. Baseball in Tacoma, always made sure there was a terrific fireworks show after the ball game. So Stan Naccarato, thanks a lot. Great childhood memories growing up at T-Town, going to Cheney Stadium.
All right. Excellent. Angie, Tom, thank you very much. We'll see you guys, of course, in the post-game show. Not done talking about it. So fireworks, kind of the recurring theme is what I'm getting. Same with you growing up, kind of your memories?
Yeah, I mean, fireworks were just a wonderment when you were a child. For me, it was Land O'Lakes, Wisconsin, up in the upper Michigan border, laying on the top of my dad's 65 Impala, staring at the sky. They were bigger than they could ever be for me.
They always seemed bigger as kids, didn't they? But they're still great now. And I enjoy the parades as well. Now going out with my family, going to parades, neighborhood parades in the town, and now taking my daughters out. Went up to Edmonds last year, had a great time. So enjoy that. And, of course, all the eating. Nobody mentioned food?
Yeah,
seriously?
All fireworks.
Love that. Fireworks are pretty good, too. All right, we have got first pitch lineups on the way, getting you set for the Mariners and Orioles here on 4th of July. We take you to break and enjoy a little Yankee Doodle Dandy. Keep it right here.
Happy 4th of July, everybody. Americana at its best. Red, white, and blue. You got blue skies and Major League Baseball on your menu today for the 4th of July from Safeco Field here in Seattle. It's the Baltimore Orioles and the Seattle Mariners in the rubber match of their series. And we've got beautiful weather as we are ready to start with Hector Noesi Throwing to Xavier Avery. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers with you in the Root Sports crew. First pitch in there for called strike one. Mark Wigner's got home plate today. Wally Bell, the umpire at first. Brian Knight at second, and Mike Winters, the crew chief, at third. Off the plate, 1-1, 61 degrees, and wind out of the west at 6 miles per hour. It's blowing from left field across to right field. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Undeniable when you talk about Hector Noesi. Talk to everybody around the league. He's got great stuff, but it's all about one word: focus.
Focus. And he's been doing just this right here ahead of Avery. Avery, by the way, with 3 hits in last night's game. But it's just a matter of making that quality pitch in the 1-2, 0-2 counts, and at times it's hurt him. He has room to work off the edges of the plate, but his tendency has been to throw pitches on the plate, and that's when he gets hit.
Saw him earlier in the week against the Red Sox. David Ortiz, one of the great hitters in the game, told him, dude, you have got to focus on at least 65% of the time out there. Come on.
Well, yeah, and one of the things that when you were talking about that with Ortiz, he was saying, you know, you pitch to me like it's the 7th game of the World Series. You have to do that up and down the lineup, because also the bottom of the order sometimes will get to him also when you wouldn't expect it. And it goes back to what you're saying. A letdown, you know, just not focusing on what he's doing, and a couple of mistakes at this level hurts, but that's a good strikeout, a good start in the game for the West.
Yes, it is. Let's take a look at the rest of the Baltimore batting order for Buck Showalter.
Well, following Avery, it'll be J.J. Hardy, the veteran shortstop, hitting second. Then it's Chris Davis. He had a home run in the first game of this series. 14 home runs on the year. Adam Jones, the all-star, hitting cleanup. Then it's Tomey coming over from the Phillies. This will be his 4th game with the Orioles. And then it's Wieters, Betamete, Reynolds, and Andino. The second baseman will hit 9th. Andino with a home run last night. He was the difference in the 5-4 victory for the Orioles.
J.J. Hardy, the shortstop, pops it up. Smoke taking a look, does not come back. I think of Noesi, I think of the word focus. And another sport over in the National Football League, Marty Schottenheimer, a very successful coach. Remember a moment on NFL films: focus and finish. Used to say that all the time.
Well, Hector off to a good start again, and the tendency for him is to get ahead of hitters. It's just a matter of whether he puts them away. That's a great pitch. That pitch off the plate away. It's a good slider. Well located, and he gets another strikeout.
A good start. A couple of strikeouts here to get this game going. Here's the Mariner defense.
Yeah, it hasn't needed the defense yet with a couple of strikeouts, but today some changes. You have Casper Wells in left field. Saunders out in center field. Good to see him healthy and back in the lineup he played last night. Then it's Ichiro in right. Seager, Kawasaki getting the start at shortstop today. Ryan out. Ackley and Smoke on the right side. Jesus Montero will be behind the plate this afternoon.
Best defense in Major League Baseball. Chris Davis fouls one back. Mariners won the first game 6-3. Orioles won last night 5-4. It's the last game of the Mariners' 10-game homestand. They're 4-5. Davis 1 for 5. Got an RBI single in the 6th last night.
Davis has power to all fields. We saw him hit a double off the top of the fence in the first game of this series out in left field, and then he homered well back into the seats in right.
Got a 3-1 count.
For the Orioles, pretty good players on their deal. Endy Chavez, a former Mariner, on the deal. Nick Johnson, Mark Markakis, Brian Roberts, all on the deal for the Orioles.
They've struggled with their offense too. And they were in first place, as we mentioned, for 70 days, about 2/3 of that time. And now the rest of the division starting to catch up to them a little bit. Ground ball to Smoke. Noesi covering. And Noesi and the Mariners off to a good start. Let's see if the bats can get going. If he had dialed it up, he couldn't have dialed it up any better. 4th of July with the flag blowing freely here at Safeco Field. Glad you're with us, Mariners. Coming to bat. Blue sky, green grass here at Safeco Field. Mariners about to swing the bats against Chris Tillman, a former Mariner farmhand. Let's take a look at that batting order.
Good afternoon. Starting lineup brought to you by Chevron. Ichiro leading things off, and then some changes for Eric Wedge. Michael Saunders will move up in his second. Wells hitting third for the first time. Then it's Jaso, the cleanup hitter. He will be the DH today. Man, he has been hot. Then it's Seager, Smoke, Montero hitting seventh, Ackley eighth. Kawasaki getting a start at shortstop. He will hit ninth. Take a look at the numbers for Tillman last year. 5.5 ERA for him. A good arm. It's fastball at times. He'll top out at 95. Curveball and a changeup.
Tillman beat the Mariners last May 11th in Baltimore. Ichiro should strike one. Ichiro 0 for 4 last night. 2-1.
Mariners as a whole have struggled in this homestand offensively.
Up the middle, Hardy to his left. Quick release. Gets Ichiro.
Look at the defense for the Orioles. Adam Jones in center field. One of the better defensive center fielders. He can go get him. Then on the infield, Bettamy played first base last night. He's over at third base tonight. Hardy and Andino playing up the middle. Reynolds, normally a third baseman, at first, and Matt Wieters will do the catching. But the struggles of the Mariners offensively basically has been up and down the lineup. But a few guys have swung the bat well, and that is Saunders, Wells, and then, of course, Jaso. And I like the way that Eric Wedge has bunched them at the top of the order. Hopefully it gets some early offense from the guys.
Well, here's Saunders' second game back after a bout with the flu. He lost 9 pounds, working on pounding down a lot of protein shakes and his favorite mint chocolate ice cream. Trying to get that weight back on. Fly ball, left field, Avery, long run. It's his glove on.
He covered a lot of ground trying to get to that. I thought maybe it was going to hit for a base hit because he was playing out in left center field where Saunders had a double last night, but you can see how hard he's running. Gets to it. It's a foul ball as he hits the warning track. But a great effort from Avery.
Time I see a little left-hander running that hard towards the line, a left-handed left fielder reminds me of Sandy Ambrose in the '55 World Series. Made the great catch. Turning point in that series for the Brooklyn Dodgers. Reach it over with that right hand and then turn on a dime and throw it back to Pee Wee Reese. They throw to Gil Hodges for the double play. Two and 1 to Saunders. 1 for 17 on the homestand.
I guess for myself, a fast left-handed left fielder, I think of Ricky Henderson.
That's a Hall of Famer.
But I wouldn't call him a small person.
Let me tell you something. Could have been in a bodybuilding contest, and what was it? All he did was just like Herschel Walker, did basically chin-ups and push-ups, sit-ups.
He was unbelievable, and he'd do it right in front of his locker all the time. That's the way he would get loose.
Found out we saw Ray Fosse last week, and he said that man, we'll probably see Ricky and possibly see him in Oakland this week. And said he still looks fabulous.
Yeah, he comes down and puts the uniform on and works with the guys.
Inspiring them, who is it, Coco Crisp, to try to steal some bases.
Right.
A 2-2 pitch. Reaches out. Punches it into right field. Davis coming on. Basket catch for out number 2. Casper Wells the 5th. I had forgotten that. Speaking to him yesterday, I said, "Yeah, what's your dad's name?" He says, "Casper the 4th." I said, "Okay, all right."
Casper the 5th is swinging the bat well for the Mariners. Mariners having a perfecto throwing at him last night until Casper hit a ball into the back of the bullpen.
Aggressive swings and misses. Why in chin? That kid was good last night.
He really was.
7 1/3 2-hit ball. Perfect for 6 1/3.
A couple of good fastballs from Tillman, both of them 95 miles an hour.
Tillman was with the Mariners until the February 8th, 2008 trade that sent he and Adam Jones and several others to Baltimore off the glove of Tillman, fielded by Andino, and they got him. That was in the trade that brought the Mariners Eric Bedard in February of 08. Underway here on July 4th. No score. Beautiful day here in Seattle. Here's a super slow-mo look at Xavier Avery. First inning on a 1-2 pitch. Look at his eyes, the intensity. Trying to get the head of the bat to the ball. Misses. Love the smoke coming out of the glove of Montero. Good stuff.
That's a great look.
It's a good start for for Hector Noesi. Adam Jones going to be the hitter here. So the pitch outside for ball one. Jones, Tomey, and Wieters 4, 5, and 6. And the Orioles. Baltimore second place in the American League East, 5 behind the Angels.
A little bit of a breeze today, blowing out to right field. Gorgeous day here at the ballpark.
Mariners have kept Jonesy in check here until right now. Man, did that ball leap off of his bat. Upper tank, 5 rows up.
Yeah, right over the Jackie Robinson sign out in left field in the upper deck. And again, Noesi falling behind 2-0. For Adam Jones, his 20th home run during the first half of the season. The year he's had.
All-star. Loves playing here in Seattle where his pro career started. He did not miss this.
McDonald Supermo, it's a fastball trying to go away on the outside corner. Doesn't get it there. It ends up in the middle of the plate. Again, Adam hitting it in the upper deck. Dave mentioned about 5 rows deep.
391 feet on that 2-0 pitch. What was it? Cody Ross went up there earlier in this homestand. Kawasaki throws out Tomey. One down here in the second. Boy, what a launch that was. Join Major League Baseball and helping those veterans who have done so much to help us. Log on to MLBcommunity.org or welcomebackveterans.org for more info on how you can make a difference. 3 World War II veterans throw out the first pitch. You look at Matt Wieters in the center field, and it's in there for a base hit.
Quick adjustment for the Orioles after the first inning. The first couple of hitters falling behind right away in Noesi. The Orioles coming out and being aggressive in this inning.
Brings up Wilson Betemit, the third baseman. Home run to Jones. That's the 20th home run given up by Noesi. 22. Vargas, most on the ball club. This one fouled off.
I think for Noesi, you can live with that one. He falls behind and is trying to get back into the count and hit it out. It's when he is ahead in the count, 0-2, 1-2, and some of the mistakes that he has made that has cost him. Those are the ones that Carl Willis has had to stay on him about. Eric Wedge.
Betemit in the 7-hole today, where he was last night, went 0 for 4.
Solid job for the Orioles. I'm sure they weren't expecting him to play as much as he has. 223 at bats, but he has 10 home runs, 31 RBIs, 10 doubles.
Played at first base last night, third base in the opener. 2-2. Well, here we are in July 4th. That means at the end of the month, trading deadline is going to be interesting to see what moves are made. A lot of needs to be filled by some teams that are making a strong run or teams that want to get into the hunt.
And one of the things we've seen is Jack Zarenzik has been busy that time of the year, so I would expect something to happen. I know there's always going to be a lot of speculation about a lot of different players. Typically there isn't that much movement, but I would assume that Jack typically makes some moves, and I think that he will again this year. Everybody's always trying to find the blockbuster, though. We rarely see it.
Right. Usually it's that one extra guy.
Yeah.
Somebody can be a 4th, 5th man in your rotation. This one popped up. An
Somebody
extra bat coming off the bench.
Out of the bullpen.
And out of the bullpen.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I got a feeling Jack will get a few calls.
I would agree.
Got a 3-2 count to Betemit. Run in on the home run by Jones, leading off the inning. Wieters at first. Kawasaki boots it, stays with it. Ackley able to turn it, and that'll do it for the second inning. Best defensive club in baseball, the Seattle Mariners. They turn 2 here, give up a run on the Jones home run, 1-0 Baltimore. One 1-0 Orioles on an Adam Jones home run. Right now, let's take a look at the Mariners calendar, brought to you by Sleep Country USA. They wrap up this homestand, travel tomorrow afternoon late to San Francisco, play the A's for 3, and then enjoy a nice break. 4 days, and then 3 games with the Texas Rangers before going out on the road again, Kansas City and Tampa. And then we'll be back middle of the month for another good-looking homestand with the Yankees, Kansas City, and Toronto coming to town. Happy 4th of July, everybody. Great day. See if the Mariners can get cranking here. John Jaso came up big again last night as a pinch hitter, Mike. He's something else, isn't he?
He really is, and he has such a good plan when he comes to the plate off the bench. And last night hit the ball hard, a line drive into right center field to drive in a run for the Mariners. And he has really done an excellent job. And I don't know if you remember or not, but back in spring training, he couldn't buy a hit in spring training. We were wondering, what is he going to do on this team? And it turns out he's been one of the more clutch guys on the club.
And as you've experienced, and everybody who's played baseball, you get that self-doubt. He was wondering what the heck is going on. I remember about the last 3 days, the guys that come back from Japan. Played some games before we took off for good. I think it was against Colorado. And that's when he started getting some knocks. Started to work out for him. 0-2.
Well, the other thing, I mean, for him, you start looking around, you know, Alivo's the incumbent catcher. You know that the club just made a trade to get Montero in here, and he's probably looking around, well, what am I doing here? Well, he's been extremely valuable to the club and has done a great job, especially coming off the bench. He's now 4 for 10 as a pinch hitter.
3 RBIs.
Yeah.
Good to have you, big fella.
That's right. Well, there you go. 6-game hitting streak for him. And again, he's been one of the hot hitters. So Eric Wedge hitting him cleanup today. Wells hitting third, Saunders second.
Healthy cut and missed, 1 down.
Well, Tillman's got a good fastball today, 96 miles an hour. Again, this is his first start of the year for the Orioles. He'd been in AAA where he pitched well, but he has a good fastball. This is just 96 off the outside corner. Jaso just trying to get a piece of it and spoil this pitch. He throws it by him.
First strikeout for Tillman. There's Kyle Seager. Been a struggle for him. 0 for his last 11 and 3 for 29 on the homestand.
I still think that he's close to breaking out of it again. He's just missed some pitches over the last 3-4 games that he's had some good swings at and just skied the ball to the outfield, and I just feel like he's going to take off again. But it has been a struggle. His average has dropped quite a bit for him.
He's up in the 280s. He was leading the club about 286 at one point. He's down to 244. Slicing fly ball left field. Running it down is Avery. 2 outs. Where's Justin Smoke? I saw him today. How you hanging? Doing all right. So what are you working on? Trying to shorten up the swing.
Yeah, it's been a struggle for him here in the first half of the season. He's made the same comments to me, and he's certainly aware of what he needs to do. It's just a matter of finding it and being able to hang on to it. It looked like he was making that turn when he was American League Player of the Week and really swinging the bat well, and then he's just kind of fallen back into some bad habits again.
4 for 28. A couple of nights ago, he did break. He was on a long offer. It's like an 0 for 24, and he broke out of it. That was good to see. At least break that straight. That's a broken bat pop-up. Hardy, the shortstop's got it, and that'll do it. So he's ahead 2-0. When it's going bad, it's going real bad. 1, 2, 3, go. The Mariners in the second. 1-0 Orioles. 1-0 Orioles. Adam Jones with the leadoff homer in the top of the second. Right now, time for an AT&T trivia question. And today, a little twist. Text us your favorite 4th of July tradition. 733-733. Here we go with the top of the third. Mark Reynolds. The looper. Trouble. Ichiro. Can't get it. It's in the triangle. Base hit. So a leadoff single here by Reynolds. I'll bring up Robert Andino. Talk about a turn in 24 hours for this young man. I mean, to strike him out, throw him at double play, he drops the ball because he didn't stay at the game one, didn't stay at the bag, went and got it and missed it. Keeps the inning alive, Mariners score. And then he's the GOAT. Last night, of all people, he crushed a home run last night to win the ball game. Got a home run on a 2-2 pitch, 2 outs in the 9th against Charlie Furbush.
There you go. Fastball from Charlie, and he hits it out to the back of the bullpen. Andino, his 4th home run of the year, and Charlie had been one of the hot pitchers for the Mariners. Andino showed bunt on that first pitch.
Takes a strike, 0-2.
That's what this game will do for you, though. You know, when you're struggling and things aren't going well, you have to remember it doesn't take much to get things turned around. You just have to be able to stay in there and hang in there. You're talking about Justin Smoke, same thing. He just really needs to kind of see if he can find a way to get through this ball back up the middle. Looks like a slider in the middle of the plate. But just hang in there and hope you have a good second half. But you have to keep your confidence going if you can. You were mentioning Andino being the GOAT in game 1 as we take a look at our McDonald's Supermo. And that is the slider from Noesi. Left it in the middle of the plate. And Dino hit it hard back up the middle. So they have some action here working in the 3rd inning.
Top of the order, Xavier Avery is back. 1st and 2nd, nobody out. Avery just called up yesterday. Got his first career 3-hit game.
I would expect him to bunt. Kyle Seager playing up at 3rd, expecting the same. Not much of an effort there. It almost looked like he was trying to bunt for a base hit as opposed to sacrificing. Well, he was late squaring around on that.
Way late.
Yeah.
Show manager Buck Showalter up on the rail. Not liking that at all. Reynolds at 2nd and Dino at 1st. Crashing from the corners, a bunt is a good one. Seager throws him out. Well executed sacrifice by Avery, 2nd and 3rd for the Orioles. Here's Tom Glasgow.
All right, Dave, from the Ford Sports Desk, let's take you to Coney Island. It's the Nathan's famous hot dog eating contest. And Joey Chestnut on his game, the 5-time champion, seemed hungry for another win. Chestnut throwing down 68 dogs in the 10-minute competition that tied his own record. Chestnut gets his 6th consecutive victory. And it makes you think, guys, what's more impressive, Joey's 68 dogs or DiMaggio's 56-game hitting streak?
Ground ball to the shortstop, Kawasaki. Run's going to score. 2-0. Orioles on the RBI by Hardy, his 33rd. Reynolds scores. And moving to 3rd is Andino. Couldn't even bear to watch it.
No, neither could I. And the sacrifice bunt helps the Orioles get another run.
So 2 outs. And here's Chris Davis. Davis grounded out to Smoke his first time. well struck, base hit, right field. 3-0 against Noesi here in the third inning for Davis, his 40th RBI. And that ties him with Matt Wieters, second place behind Adam Jones with 44.
Base hit on an off-speed pitch. That is his changeup. Out over the plate.
Talking earlier about the bottom of the order.
Yes.
8-9 hitters. The 8-9 guys go single. On board, they come around to score. Now Adam Jones again. Homered on a 2-0 pitch, upper deck left field. Nice grab on the skip there by Montero.
That's one of the things when you look at the really good ones. That's a separator. It's one of the things that separates them as they get towards the bottom of the order, and that's when they make sure that they take care of their business, really bear down, and not make mistakes. It's hard enough to get through the middle of any lineup at the major league level. So you have to take care of the guys at the bottom, and it's not a time to relax.
Here he is, 2-0 to Jones again.
Jones with a long home run into the upper deck, his first time up in a 2-0 count.
From Noesi.
Back with a slider this time. Was able to get a strike with that on the outside corner.
Talked to Dave Henderson yesterday with Therick Wedge, and Hendu talked about he suffered the lows and the highs, and he talked about how he got sent down to learn how to take that pitch.
Yeah, because your tendency is to chase it all the time and hack at it. That's part of it.
Broken bat, liner to Seager. That'll do it. Orioles strike for 2 more runs. Mariners looking for their first hit. It's 3-0 Baltimore.
Seattle Mariners baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Northern Quest Casino, Spokane's newest destination resort, and by your Lexus dealer who invites you to test drive a Lexus today. It's on to the bottom of the third with Dave and Mike.
All right, thank you, Tom. Let's see. Montero, Ackley, Kawasaki on this gorgeous day. Young and enjoying the sun. Being with Dad and Mom. Can't beat it.
Good looking hat.
We're asking you to text in your 4th of July memories and traditions.
So far. Oh, I'm sorry, Dave. So far, Tillman, he's shown the good fastball at 95, 96. If he starts to get that curveball over, and that was a good one right there to start Montero, it's going to be tough. He also features a changeup. There's another curveball.
Good looking curveball as Bettamy throws out Montero for the first out. Mariners still looking for their first hit.
I thought one of the keys in this game was to get after Tillman in the first couple of innings, because you have to believe it's his first start. He's going to be nervous. And he went right to his fastball right away, and the guys had some opportunities to get some good swings off of that fastball and just didn't do much with it. And now all of a sudden, if he starts to settle down and get a feel for the curveball, it can be tough.
He's got a text from Zach in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Red, white, and blue, and hot dogs. You got it. Ackley batting in the 8-hole today. His 7th time that deep in the order. It's on top of one. Reynolds is there. Foot race. Tillman wins it.
There you go, our CenturyLink high-speed pitch, topping out at 97 miles an hour. And Westy with a good fastball at 94. You've seen Tillman before. I don't remember him throwing that hard, do you?
No. He was pretty good. I remember that was that tough trip in middle of May last year.
Yeah.
League gave up a couple. But I don't remember 97 either. There's Kawasaki. 8 up, 8 down for Tillman. Avery had him played over there. Strike one.
Yeah, you look at the scouting reports, they're starting to play him or position the outfielders basically the same way that they position Ichiro, who's waiting on deck.
Just like the American League West teams play him.
That's right.
In and towards the line. In center and left. To right field. Davis, is he going to get there? He does. Oh, brother. In less than 24 hours, the second Baltimore pitcher has gone through the Mariner order perfectly. Less than 24 hours, it's happened twice. 3-0, Baltimore.
Today's Tracer Technology is brought to you by the Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
Back here on this beautiful day, 4th of July here in Seattle. We're just commenting up in the booth. Our grounds crew does a great job dancing in between the innings sometimes. Bob Christopherson and crew, and a big salute to Bob coming off that knee surgery a couple of years ago. Great job. I wouldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
I just like the knee surgery, too. He's not the youngest guy out there.
Back up the middle. Kawasaki had Tommy played perfectly. One out.
But I guess he feels if he's going to send his guys out there, he's going out there with them, so I give him a lot of credit.
Yes, sir. Oh, boy. Good stuff. Way to go, guys. One out here in the 4th. Adam Jones, a leadoff homer. Top of the 2nd. And then an RBI ground out, an RBI single by Chris Davis in the 3rd, 3-0 Orioles. Mariners 9 up, 9 down. Second game in a row. Matt Wieters, the hitter, base hit the center. Counts at 1-1 to Matt. Ball and 2 strikes.
Good changeup from Hector. A lot of people just take a look at 48 pitches for him. He's in good shape with his pitch count. 35 strikes out of the 48 pitches. A lot of people point to a slider. I really like his changeup. I think that's an effective pitch.
Popped up. Kawasaki in his best English says, "I got it," and he does. 2 outs. It's the giveaway that will give your future Mariners just in smoke strength and Ichiro-like speed. It's Boeing's Kids Cape Day. It's free to all youngsters 14 and under. It's coming up on Sunday, July 15th. Mariners and the Rangers will be here. After the game, come on down to the field. Kids can have their cape flap in the wind as they circle the bases here at Safeco Field. Tickets at mariners.com. Our good buddy Kevin Kremen did a version of that spot on radio. And he said, when I was a kid, all I had was a bath towel. I heard it driving home the other day.
So did the rest of us.
That's right. But just to hear it on the radio, I'm driving up the avenue cracking up.
Yeah, bath towel and a clothespin, and you're good to go.
That's right. That is a foul ball. This is Wally Bell. A clothespin and a towel. That's so true. Benamy grounded into a double play his first time up. Struck him out. Noesi with his 3rd strikeout. Orioles go 1, 2, 3 in the 4th. Top of the order coming up for the Mariners. Ichiro, Saunders, and Wells. Safeco Field, a great site on a beautiful day. And if you're hitting the road outside the Northwest, take the Mariners with you. Subscribe to MLB.tv to see the Mariners live on your favorite devices in HD quality. I do right here in the booth. Visit Mariners.com to order. Get more details. MLB.tv. Baseball everywhere. How about some runs, Mike?
No, back to the top of the lineup. Ichiro leading things off. I think somebody needs to send the memo down. I have to wait till the 7th or 8th inning to score some runs. The Mariners last night, perfect game, as David mentioned earlier, working into the 7th inning, and then the home run from Casper Wells and scored 3 runs in the 8th to tie the game up. Well, we can do a little better than that. We can get it started a little earlier.
Up the middle, J.J. Hardy throws out Ichiro. Hardy, when I look down there, he's tall and lanky like the late, great Mark Belanger.
Well, he's working on the same type of fielding percentage, too. You know, maybe not the most range or the strongest arm, but typically if he gets to it, he's going to make the play.
Belanger, great shortstop on 69, 70, 71 American League champion.
Not much of a hitter.
No, but
they didn't need him to be on that club.
Frank,
just catch everything.
Brooks,
yeah,
Boog. That was a heck of a. Mr. Palmer's here, broadcasting for the Orioles, and he had a stellar defense behind him as well as a great offense, bringing in some runs for him. Here's Saunders. And Jim still looks like he's about 37.
Looks great.
He was a fantastic pitcher. 2-0.
Remember the old school windup with the high leg kick?
Right?
Yeah, right over the top.
Was he one of the later one? He and Burt were probably the last two of their, from that generation, right?
Well, it's interesting that you mentioned Blyleven, because both of them over the top fastball with the great curveball. Both of them threw the curveball.
There's Jim Palmer on the left, Gary Thorne doing play-by-play on the right. Three and two to Saunders. Yeah, you're right. Two great curveballs. Burt's was a little bit different. Burt, I saw a thing on MLB.
He had the best, I think.
That was ridiculous. Matter of fact, that was their Prime 9 thing they did on MLB Network. Best curveballs ever. I think Burt was number one. Back up the middle. Oh, just gets by Hardy. He pounds his glove. First hit for the Mariners. Comes here in the fourth inning with one out.
That might be the first time we've seen the shift on with Saunders hitting. Typically they play him almost straight up, but in this one, Hardy back up the middle. As you take a look at our McDonald's Supermo, first base hit of the game for the Mariners, and Saunders hits it hard. He'll barrel this up back up the middle. You can see him take the spin off of the ball to where Hardy almost had to look like he tried to backhand it and went off the end of his glove. He'll come into your picture. He's on the other side of second base. Solid base hit for Saunders. Again, Eric Wedge changing his lineup up, hitting Saunders second, Wells third, and Jaso fourth.
Curveball slipped out of the hand of Tillman. Ball one to Wells, who grounded out to second. Way outside, 2-0.
Well, maybe things will be a little bit different now that the Mariners have him in the stretch. He's been pitching out of the windup. Again, he was perfect till that base hit from Saunders. Maybe not as comfortable pitching out of the stretch. Make a few mistakes and let the guys take advantage of that. Yes, good fastball. A lot of life on it. 95 miles an hour at the top of the strike zone on that last fastball. There you can see him mixing it up. 63% fastballs. The off-speed pitch is primarily the curveball. A couple of changeups.
Wells 5 for 25 on the homestand. Back safely is Saunders. Saunders leads the ball club with 12 stolen bases. Ichiro second with 11. Only two players in double figures in that category. Paint job in the outside corner, 2-2. Wells in the lineup. Mariners are a 23-18 ball club. 2-2 pitch coming. Strike three called.
Looked like a perfect pitch. I think Casper thought that pitch was in off the plate. You can see the tracer maybe just gets a little piece of the corner. Take a look at the movement on this last pitch. like a cutter, a little cutter that he was able to bring back on the corner and get a strike.
Nice job by Matt Wieters, catcher. Here's John Jaso, struck out on a 1-2 pitch.
And he did so well on that right there. As you see a lot of catchers, they'll try to frame pitches, but what they do is they try to jerk it back into the strike zone to help the umpire out and steal it. Where you can get more strikes if you just hold it in an area if it's close. The umpire, and as soon as he sees you moving your glove too much, he's going to call it a ball. But if you just hold it there just for a second or two, you can usually steal it. And that's, I think, what Wieters did on that last pitch.
Levo did that a bunch last night.
Yes.
Counted 1-1 to Jaso. 2 outs. Saunders at first. You hit with glasses? Sunglasses?
Couldn't do it.
Couldn't do it?
I know, and in the field I put the flip down glasses on.
Old school.
Yeah. I just felt like my depth perception was off if I wore them. Some guys could do it. Jay Buhner wore them all the time.
Snap throw. Nicely done by Wieters. 2-1.
In fact, it's funny that you asked me that because I was talking to Dave Henderson, who's working over on radio with Rick Riz today, and I asked him the same question, and he said the same thing. He always used the flips. Yeah. Maybe it's just because we're just getting a lot older now.
That's exactly what I was going to say. There was a demarcation line there, right?
Yeah.
Right as you guys were finishing, these were coming in, right?
Yeah, because wearing the glasses, I never even thought about it until you show up to the big leagues and they give them to these guys to wear.
Ooh, punched him out, Mike Winters.
No, second strike.
2-2.
Yeah. But I think that's probably more. We both just, I think, more used to growing up with the flip down glasses, and you just get used to it.
Sure.
You're comfortable with it.
And the glasses these guys wear now, technology is still point now where they're really good.
Right.
Betamate's wearing them. Reynolds. Some of those sunglasses representatives come in and they find out what you like, just like the bat. Get them by the box.
I think that, and I don't. I mean, for me, watching them when they would come in, they have so many different kinds of lenses, and I remember guys switching lenses in and out depending on how bright the sun is. All that kind of stuff.
Blue sky day, cloudy day.
Yeah, it was more of just give me the flip downs and some eye black and go get them.
2-2. So Jaso strikes out for the second time. That's a third K of the day for Tillman. Mariners do pick up their first hit. They trail 3-0. Well, the unofficial start of summer here in Seattle, here on the 4th of July. Look at that panoramic view. Gorgeous. And the weather forecast looking terrific for the next week or so. Strike one to the leadoff man here in the 5th, Mark Reynolds. He led off the 3rd. He got that inning going with a base hit. Orioles struck for 2 runs on 3 hits.
Big plans for the break, or are you just going to relax?
That's
relax.
Or both. Relax with a capital R. Going to excel at it.
I'm with you on that.
That's my first year. I remember calling one time. Hey, Hoffer, what are you doing? Relaxing, and then doing a daggone good job of it too.
You always look forward to the break. He would never take any days off, and so the break would come, and that's when he would relax. I think they would go over to Chelan all the time. Wouldn't they?
Right, and went to Hawaii for many years during the offseason.
Yeah.
Here in Maryland.
Yeah.
Well, if he were here right now, he'd be booming out. What's going on with this offense, huh?
He would be.
He would be hacked off. Jeez. Reynolds, Andino, and Avery, 8, 9, and 1. Payoff pitch.
Oh.
On the line, fair ball. Into the corner. Extra bases for Reynolds. He will cruise in the 2nd with his 13th double.
Second base hit of the game. Tell you what, he may strike out a lot, but when he puts it in play, there's usually something behind it, and this is just a screaming line drive. Take a look at our McDonald Supermo and the rotation of this fastball that he hits down the line. Just cuts that one off at the pass. You can see him get on top of the baseball and hook it down into the line.
Reynolds came into today's game 68 strikeouts in 58 games, 188 bats.
I think if I remember right with him last year, he was off to a little bit of a slow start. Wasn't hitting many home runs, and you look at him now, he just has 6 home runs on the year. And then all of a sudden he just got hot with the home runs again.
His career has been such that he can get things going in a hurry.
And Dino with a base hit his first time up. Ooh, boy, that stunned him. Oh, man.
Eric Wedge, assistant head athletic trainer Rob Nodine coming out. That's never a good sign when the umpire has to catch it. You're talking about Reynolds. 44 homers, 32 and 37 the last 4 years. 37 a year ago.
This is another good fastball from Noesi, and the pitch gets fouled off. It looked like Montero maybe turned his head a little bit. Nope, that just squared him up. Wow.
Goodness gracious.
You see that entire mass just vibrate.
Oh, that sounds terrible, boy. Mark Wegner knew it immediately.
Take another look at the mask as this ball will hit right below the S on his helmet.
It absorbs some shock, but not enough
no.
to keep from shaking up Montero.
So many times you see the catchers and it'll hit them in the jaw area, and that's when they can feel it. But that one right there hit him right square between the eyes almost.
It was the Angel catcher we saw had to be put on the Bobby Wilson.
Bobby Wilson, that's right.
He was wearing a conventional mask with that light alloy material and not the heavy steel from the old days.
Rob Nodine trying to see where the clarity is at. He looked like he was leaning back a little bit. I think that's going to be it for him.
Yeah, Eric Wedge is dragging him along. He's TKO.
Yeah.
Don't like to see that. 1-1 the count when we come back to Robert Andino. It'll be Olivo taking over behind the dish. 3-0 Orioles as Miguel's got to come out of the bullpen.
3-0 as we have an injury substitution in progress. Tom Glasgow with you from the Ford Sports Desk. Let's take you to New York. Check in on the Mets and Phillies. We'll pick it up in the 7th inning. The Mets with a 2-0 lead, but that changes in a hurry thanks to Chase Utley. Ties the ball game, a crushing 2-run shot into right field. Carlos Ruiz follows Utley with his second home run in 2 days, and that helps Cliff Lee, believe it or not, pick up his first win of the season. The final in New York, Phillies take it 9-2. It's our Sterling Banks score. And right now, let's send it to Angie Mentink, who has the latest on the injury suffered by Jesus Montero.
All right, Tom, thanks so much. Well, the whole point of Jesus Montero switching from one style mask to the other and going to that hockey style mask was because it is so angular. You look at the angles on this mask, and really balls will just kind of glance off of the mask. But on this foul ball, he kind of turns his head ever so slightly. So instead of glancing off the mask like it's sort of intended to do, it really almost squares up his face, and so he ends up taking this shot just full on. And then I wonder, guys, I can't help but wonder, with the sunglasses on inside, if you've got more parts rattling around in there. Let's get you back upstairs to Dave and Mike.
All right, Angie, thank you. Yeah, I don't think the sunglasses played too much of a role there. I think that was just a full impact, straight-up blow. If you've done any boxing or everything at any time, you know what that feels like when a guy gets you right at that perfect point.
Well, the thing that is really amazing is this isn't boxing, and it certainly isn't football, and the Mariners possibly now will wait to hear on Montero, but Franklin Gutierrez is already on the 7-day DL with a concussion, and possibly now Montero. You just don't see that very often in baseball, and they could have two guys on the DL with the same problem.
Miguel Olivo at the standard issue mask. And a runner goes. Off balance throw. Kept in play by Seager.
That'll be a wild pitch. It was a breaking ball in the dirt.
Reynolds getting down to third. Noesi with the wild pitch.
And Eric Wedge now will bring the infield up. Nobody out. Like with the way Tillman is throwing the ball and the struggles Mariners have had offensively, he just doesn't want to give them any more runs by playing the infield back more times than not at this point in the game. Managers will play it back with nobody out because they want to stay away from the big inning, but Eric's just trying to take this run away from him right now.
Gets through the whole base hit, 4-0. Orioles, and Dino with an RBI, his second. And in the last 3 at-bats for him, gives him 19 on the season. And again, bottom of the order. Reynolds in the 8-hole, a double. Wild pitch. And Dino an RBI.
Well, even that last pitch, it's a breaking ball that is up and in the middle of the plate. And although Andino didn't hit it hard, he finds a hole over on the left side of the infield.
Big swing by Xavier Avery for a strike.
Steve Delabar getting loose in the Mariners' pen. Noesi right now at 66 pitches. He's throwing strikes, 47 strikes out of the 66 pitches, 15 first pitch strikes out of the 19 batters he has faced. Look at Steve as he gets loose. He's starting to get loose.
So top of the order here with Avery, 0-1 the count. Infield at double play depth. He's not won a game since May 6th. Lost 7 decisions in that 10-game stretch now. 0-7 with a 5.40 ERA. This is his first start against Baltimore. Faced him 5 times out of the pen when he was with the Yankees last year. 1-2.
Right now, nobody out in the 5th inning, so basically through 4 innings, he's given up 7 hits.
Baltimore RBIs today by Jones, Hardy, Davis, and Andino. Here's the 1-2. Him out. Big K getting Avery. That's the 4th strikeout this afternoon for Noesi, 1 down.
Goes at him with a high fastball and gets Avery to chase it. Take a look at our McDonald's Supermo, and Avery trying to catch up to it. He'll swing under this fastball.
Bring up the shortstop, J.J. Hardy, a strikeout victim, and he got a
That's a balk.
RBI ground out, going down to second on the balk. Will be Endino.
Again, what you were talking about earlier, Dave, concentration.
Focus, baby, focus.
That's right.
That is the third Mariner balk of the season, first by Noesky.
He's there you go. I mean, you have to throw it. You can't do that. I don't know if he looked over there and didn't think Justin was looking at him. The smoke certainly looked like he was ready for it and decided not to throw it, and that's a balk, and so he'll put another runner in scoring position. Yeah, Justin's ready. That's a balk. See Wayne Kirby, the first base coach, looking at the umpire, Wally Bell.
Into the gap. Wells and Saunders. Well, look out.
Uh-oh.
Hunter tags, goes to third. Hope everybody's okay. Looks like they are.
And they haven't had a chance to play a lot together, and I think on that one, if they're both calling it, they may not have heard each other. I think Michael, assuming he was going to catch that because he had the better angle to throw towards third to keep the runner at second. Fortunate that he was able to make the catch and get the out. Now Casper clearly didn't see or hear Michael.
And the other thing to consider too, Wells has been in center field the last four or so times out. He's been used to taking command, taking control there. So I think to your point, the voices no doubt canceled each other out. Both of them hungry to play and get it done, and both of them are good outfielders.
Looked like Casper either felt him or heard him at the last second, and that's why he all of a sudden went down to the ground trying to get out of the way.
2 outs, runner at third. Goodness by Chris Davis. Counts at 1-1. Davis drove in a run in the third. Make it 3-0. 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors for Baltimore. No runs, 1 hit for the Mariners. One and two. One-two pitch to Davis. Upstairs.
Hector now at 76 pitches.
Two pitch. Full count.
Adam Jones waiting on deck. Adam already with a home run his first time up.
It off. Do it again.
That was a good pitch from Hector. Went with the changeup at the bottom of the strike zone.
Three-two to Davis. Reload again. Runner at third is Andino. OSC set. Payoff pitch to Davis. Battle continues.
This will be the 9th pitch of this at bat coming up. After the changeup, Hector's come back with a couple of fastballs, and Davis has been late on it, so there's an effect there with the changeup.
Wind blowing left to right. 3-2 pitch to Davis. High fly ball right field deep. It's carrying Ichiro though near the track. He's there, makes the catch. Interesting inning. Hopefully Montero's okay after getting TKO'd. Wells almost made an interesting play out there getting injured, and the Orioles have a 4-0 lead. Series here in Seattle. And ladies, make sure you grab your girlfriends and head to Safeco Field Friday, July 13th. It's Girls Night Out. Make sure you pamper yourself in the comfort zone located in the main concourse. Plus, the first 10,000 women 21 and older receive a free manicure set thanks to EQC. Tickets to Girls Night Out. They're available at any Mariners team store or mariners.com. If the Mariners offense can get on track, Seager 0 for 1, flied out to left. Tillman's featured a bigger fastball than what we remember and a good curveball today.
This fastball has been averaging right around, I think it's 95 miles an hour. He's topped out at 97. He's been using it effectively. He's starting to get a feel for the curveball. It's 12-6 curveball. There's a good fastball in the outside corner. And we haven't seen the changeup as much.
He was perfect through the order. First 10 men before a base hit by Saunders to center field on a 3-2 pitch in the 4th inning.
There's the curveball, 76 miles an hour. He leaves it up out of the strike zone. For the Mariners, they're going to have to take that fastball away from him, Dave, early in the count. He's been working ahead with the fastball and then trying to find that curveball.
2-1 to Seager, pitch misses outside. Text in your favorite 4th of July tradition at 733-733.
Justin Smoke waiting on deck.
And ball 4, first walk issued by Tillman. Mariners have a base runner here in the 5th. Bring up Justin Smoke.
Justin popped up to the second baseman his first time up. He's in a good count, 2-0 count. Popped up.
Mariners did not have a leadoff man reach in yesterday's contest. Smoke get going here, hit one off the end of the bat. He was ahead 2-0 and a count, popped up to shortstop, and he pops up again. First baseman Mark Reynolds for the out. 1 down here in the 5th. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. Miguel Olivo is going to swing the bat now. He came in a 1-1 pitch, top of the 5th, when Montero took one off the mask. He was KO'd out of this game.
Montero 0 for 1, grounded out to third. Tillman needing another baseball. Didn't like the feel of that one.
David Ortiz got his 400th home run down in Oakland. 1-1 ball game, bottom of the 5th. Next on that list, I believe that makes him number 48. Next on the list, Duke Snider at 407. Tom Glasgow will have that highlight coming up as we move along in our telecast. 0-1 to Olivo. Olivo at 211 hitters, 7 homers, 17 runs batted in.
Another good fastball from Tillman at 97 miles an hour. Only 57 pitches for him in the game. You can see the location on last pitch, up and in the middle of the plate.
See if Olivo can get going here. Hit a home run 8th inning in the Monday night win 6-3 against these Orioles. 1-2. Olivo 5 for 22 in the homestand. Struck him out. 4 strikeouts. Chris Tillman, the former Mariner farmhand.
And he goes with 97 miles an hour right at the top of the strike zone, maybe a little bit above it as you take a look at the McDonald's Supermo. Olivo, as Dave mentioned, just getting into the game, and he throws his fastball by him. He is right over the top, too, isn't he?
Mm-hmm. Old school approach. Downward plane is amazing in that view.
And the hard part, too, is he throws hard enough to where his fastball, when it's up in the zone, Dave, as a hitter, you see it so well, it's hard to lay off of it, but he has enough giddy up on it to where he can throw it by you up there, so you have to concentrate on getting it down. But that will get you that downward angle on it, a little bit difficult, more difficult to hit the line drive off of it. But he has a good fastball, and he's just pumping it in there right now. He's right around 70% heaters in the game.
Ackley grounded out the first. First time up. This is Chris Tillman, the 2007 Mariners minor league pitcher of the year. Here's a strike. 1-2. Seager at first, a leadoff walk. 2 outs now, and 1-2 here to Ackley. Took a lot off of that pitch. Coming in hard, Adam Jones and Avery. Wow. Luckily, no one was hurt. No runs, no hits, no errors. A man left. 5 complete. 4-0 Orioles. time-lapse photography. And watch the developments here at Safeco Field. And then all of a sudden, our friend, you know him, you love him, the sun comes out here in Seattle. And what a beautiful day we have. Look at that. I love these time-lapse looks that we get. Producer Curtis Wilson with his camera. It's good stuff. Posting this baby way upstairs. Now all blue sky above us. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports Crew. 4-0 lead for the Orioles. Rubber match of this series. Happy 4th of July wherever you're watching us from. We had invited you to send in text of your favorite 4th of July tradition. We've heard from people up and down the Northwest as well and as far east as Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Home of the LSU Bengal Tigers.
Well, we have a pitching change. Noesi's day is finished. Steve Delabar taking over for Noesi.
Adam Jones will be his first hitter. Jones, Tomei, and Wieters 4, 5, and 6. Strike one to Jones. Adam led off the second inning. 2-0 pitch hit a long upper deck home run. Here's Delabar's profile to this point.
Steve with a good fastball. He'll be 95 to 97 miles an hour. Also use a slider and a split.
Got a 1-1 count here to Jones.
There's a good fastball from Steve. Able to get that 95 miles an hour in on the hands of Jones. Jones, really good first half. Just a tick under 300 with 20 home runs.
Wesley's ERA today went from 5.69 to 5.77. Swing and a miss. Jones is gone. Good start for Delabar. The text coming in from fans around our viewing network. Ice Cream Sundays, you know it. Fireworks coming up later on tonight. Teresa and Yakima. Bubba and Helena, Montana. Here's Jim Tomei. Looks at a fastball on the outside corner. Hanging out with the grand folks. That's good.
From Corona, California.
Another strike is Delabar being very aggressive. Good sight. 0-2 to Tomei. Big Jim's twice grounded out to Kawasaki at shortstop. Mike Winters says he did not go. The at-bat continues.
And that was a good fastball at the top of the zone. I'm not sure that Tomei was able to hold up on that.
Craig in Madison, Wisconsin, grilling meat and watching the Mariners. We've heard from Craig a lot. Tomei, weak wave, great heat by Delabar.
Just a good fastball at 96 miles an hour. McDonald's Supermo. You see the rotation of this four-seam fastball from Steve Delabar. Just throws it right by Tomei. All heaters to him. Bring in Matt Wieters.
Center field, Saunders right there. Efficient inning by Steve Delabar. 9 pitches, 3 quick outs. Kawasaki, Ichiro, and Saunders coming up in the home 6th.
4 as we get ready for the bottom of the 6th. Tom Glasgow with you from the Ford Sports Desk. 1992, a guy by the name of David Ortiz, a.k.a. David Arias, signing his first professional contract with the Seattle Mariners today in Oakland. David Ortiz, Big Papi, hits career home run number 400. Terrific achievement for him. The A's and Red Sox, a 2-1 Boston lead in the top of the 6th.
All right, Tom, thank you very much. Congratulations to Big Papi. Mariners have had two base runners. One out single in the 4th by Saunders. Leadoff walk Seager in the 5th. That's it against Chris Tillman, the former Mariner farmhand.
Tillman, he's being efficient. Only 63 pitches to work through the first 5 innings against the Mariners. Kawasaki leading this 6th inning off for him. And it'll be Ichiro and Saunders. Saunders the one with that base hit.
Kawasaki first time up, fly to right, and a nice diving catch in short right center by Chris Davis, the right fielder. Took a hit away. Two and one. Two and one. Full strength.
Yeah, good changeup at 83 miles an hour. Kawasaki trying to get geared up for that good 95-mile-an-hour heater they've been looking at today.
Movement on that pitch. Reynolds will take it himself. One out here in the Mariner 6, Ride Sound Transit. Save on gas and parking. Plus, they help the environment. Visit soundtransit.org for details. Top of the order, Ichiro is twice grounded out to shortstop. J.J. Hardy. Strike one. Mariners last night saw Wei-In Chen throw a perfect game for 6 1/3 before the offense came to life. Eric Wedge talking about what an emotional game it was, that they were being perfecto. If they do get the run on the home run by Wells to break that up, 3 runs to tie in the 8th and then give it up in the 9th. An emotional roller coaster last night.
I think you have to give him some credit for coming back into the game when, as you mentioned, they were going through that with the perfect game. But you also have to be able to take advantage of some pitchers' rocky outings early in the game. There's that defense we were talking about, played perfectly against Ichiro as he flips it out in the left field. Avery playing right there. And that's one of the things I'm sure, Eric, when they go into the All-Star break and through the break, trying to figure out how are we going to score some more runs early in the game.
8th inning, 3 runs, 4 hits, leave them loaded.
Yeah.
That was last night's game. Good crowd, 21,582.
And that'll bring up Michael Saunders. They have that shift on again. Saunders able to get a base hit past second base, where Hardy, the shortstop, had to come over and try to backhand it because he's playing on the second base side of the infield. There you can see him.
Fastball away, misses, 2-0. Orioles with a run in the 2nd, 2 1/3, 1 in the 5th. Jesus Montero started the ball game, but was knocked out, taking a foul ball. And the mask, and boy, we had that super slow-mo look at it, and reverberations really rattled him, and he had to leave the game. Fly ball center field for Jones. 1-2-3 inning for Tillman. He's retired in the last 6 men that he's faced. To the 7th inning we go. Orioles 4, Mariners nothing. 4-0 on this glorious 4th of July here in Seattle. Glad you're with us here for Mariner Baseball. Check out our Banner Bank building to the future. And a guy that's had a little bit of success here at the big club. Look at his last 13 games for Carlos Peguero. 360, 210 runs, 2 doubles, 6 homers, 9 RBIs, and 4 straight games with a home run. That sounds like, what's that area code down there?
253.
253. Why not?
I'm with you.
Why not? Right now, the Mariners, they're being 1 hit through 6 by Chris Tillman. Wilson Benameet, the hitter, ground into a double play and struck out. Steve Delabar, second pitcher today. He's on relief of Hector Noesi. Steve threw 9 pitches, struck out 2 in his 1-2-3 6th inning.
Steve looks like he has a good fastball going today. And around 96 miles an hour with this fastball.
One. Bottom of the order's done damage today for the Baltimore Orioles. Mark Reynolds, he's on deck, 2 for 2, 2 runs scored. And Dino, 2 for 2, an RBI and a run scored. And Benameet walks. Now, Mark Reynolds got a base hit to right, a double down the left field line.
He was able to hit a fastball and hooked it down into the corner.
First walk issued by Mariner pitching today.
Ooh.
Trying to get out of the way. He got his right hand.
Yeah, he was trying to. Yeah. I think so.
Yes,
on
right?
a swing. A swing, he hit it on his hand. But right there, Reynolds trying to cheat and get out in front of a good fastball. And it is up and in all over him. So as he's starting his swing, he's trying to get out of the way at the same time.
Oh, 2.
Throw another fastball up there again, see if he'll chase it. He's swung at 2 balls so far. Good try.
A 1-2 count to Reynolds with Benameet at first. 4-0 Orioles, top of the 7th. There's the pitch you were asking for, and that was a big boy strikeout. Good pitch by Delabar. Nice work.
See all those pitches right at the top of the strike zone. The last fastball at 95 miles an hour. And if Reynolds, if he wants to try to catch up to this fastball, good luck to him. Some smart pitching with Delabar and Olivo. Stay right up there. See if you can get him to chase it as he does.
Here's Robert Andino. The proverbial thorn in the side of the Mariners. 2 for 2, runs scored, RBI, and a game-winning home run last night. 2 outs in the 9th. Strike 1.
When Dino can run, I'm a little bit surprised that Kyle Seager is playing as deep as he is at third base with just 1 out. He drops down a bunt, and he's able to get it by the pitcher. Delabar, he can walk to first.
Got a 0-1 count. Off the plate, 1-1. Orioles will be back to Seattle September 17, 18, and 19. Two.
Another good fastball up in the zone. So hard as a hitter. You see the ball well up there, but it's so difficult to get to. You really have to work hard to try to get the barrel to it as he throws his fastball by Andino. Same velocity, but down in the zone. They just drop the barrel of the bat to the ball, and it's much easier pitch to get to. And you start throwing it up above the belt. That's tough when you have 95 behind it.
Painted on the outside corner. Strike 3 called. Andino dismissed. It's 4 strikeouts for Delabar. He's faced 6 men.
Good pitch on the outside corner. Again, another 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Steve's feeling good about it today. Just reaching back and firing heaters.
Off the fist. Ackley charges. And they get out the short way, and that'll do it. As Avery grounds to the second baseman. Nothing across for the Orioles. The home 7th coming up here at Safeco Field on this 4th of July.
Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above, from the mountains to the prairies to the oceans, why with foam. America, my home sweet home. God bless America, my home sweet home.
Thank you, Sergeant Campbell. Stay on your feet.
Home 7 and Root Sports. They want you to know, be sure to check out the all-new Root Sports Game Connect interactive second screen experience. It brings you fans closer to the game. Live stats, trends, and analysis. Root Sports Game Connect. Connect now, rootsports.com. Happy 4th of July, everybody. Amy, the itchy meter lady, is back. She was under the weather yesterday. So keeping count of Ichiro's hits. Enjoying the sunshine out there with everybody else. 21,582. And now the Mariners looking for some offense. They have had 2 base runners. Saunders, 4th inning, 1-out single. Seager, a 5th inning leadoff walk. That's it. Chris Tillman has been that good. He struck out 4. He's retired the last 6.
And he's done it with a good fastball. His fastball topping out at 97. Been around 95 consistently. 76 pitches for him in the game. He's also shown a good curveball at times, an occasional changeup.
Well, the Mariners were late risers last night in the 7th inning when they got on the board. This man, Casper Wells, a 1-out home run in the 7th last evening. Wells, Jaso, and Seager here in the home 7th. Wells a ground out to second and strikeout looking today. Good numbers, 7th inning or later. On the ground down to Betamit. Goes over to Reynolds, 1 out. It's the second play that Betamit has had today. Here's John Jason. He struck out in a 1-2 pitch and a 2-2 pitch. Final game of the Mariners homestand. 3 games in Oakland, then the All-Star break. Then the Texas Rangers come to town next weekend.
Jaso pinch hitting in last night's game, had a base hit and drove in a run. Maybe he can get something started here in the 7th inning for the Mariners. Good changeup.
Really? This Tillman has really been impressive. Just called up. This is his first start of the season.
Well, with what I'm seeing today, I don't think he's going anywhere.
Got that right. 8-8 down in Norfolk. 3.63 ERA in 16 games, 15 starts. Walked 30, struck out 92.
He's picked up a few miles per hour on his fastball. It's benefiting him here today.
Down to AAA. Lefties hit 226 off him. Righties 230.
Brandon Lee getting loose in the Mariners pen.
2-2 pitch.
But that's it for Steve Delabar. It's a good outing for him. Going a couple of innings, 2 innings, 4 strikeouts for Delabar. Did walk 1 batter. Kyle Seager waiting on deck.
Pay it off here to Jaso. Walked it. 3rd Mariner base runner. 1 out here in the 7th. Just joining us, Jesus Montero started the game behind the dish. Right now he's out of the game because of this. Watch this. TKO in the 5th inning.
That's about as solid as we've seen this year. You can see him stagger. He was never able to get himself back together. Rob Nodine, the trainer, came out. Eric Wedge, there's Rob. You can see him, he'll stumble backwards. There he goes. He's already losing his balance. Eric Wedge having to grab him. So that was it for Montero. Olivo coming into the game.
Seager fouls 1 back. Kyle fly to left and a walk today. See if Seager can break out here. It's been a tough go. Oh for 1 today. 0 for his last 12 and 4 for his last 30. 3 for his last 30, beg your pardon.
Talking about last night, the Mariners scoring 3 runs in that 8th inning. They were able to get to the bullpen, so hopefully you get Tillman's pitch count up in this inning, if nothing else. He's at 87 pitches now. Try to get him up around 100 if you can. Good changeup again. Back in the bullpen, which really hasn't been a bargain this year. The Orioles bullpen has been good.
It's one of their strengths.
Yeah, they were just, but the Mariners able to get to it last night. They're not having any success against Tillman. Take your chances there again.
I don't know how enthused I'd want to see Jim Johnson right now. In the 9th inning.
Is he now 24 out of 25 saves?
Yeah, he's been really good. Here's a 1-2. Johnson with Fernando Rodney leading the American League with 24 saves.
90th pitch coming up for Tillman.
2-2 to Seager. Got play.
The Mariners, I'm trying to think, but I think when Tillman has thrown his fastball, the best that they can do is hit the ball the other way. Saunders was able to get a base hit back up the middle. Typically, they've been late all day on his fastball.
2-2 pitch. Missed inside, full count.
7th pitch of the at-bat coming up for Kyle.
Justin Smoke struggling today, couple pop-ups, one to shortstop and one to first base. Foul.
That was a changeup out in front of a changeup at 84 miles an hour. Changeup down and into a left-hander can cause you some problems. Kyle hits this ball hard, but he's out in front of it trying to get to the fastball. Again, 84-mile-an-hour changeup, and he pulls it foul.
Three-two pitch. Slicing fly ball left field. Avery takes care of it. 2 outs. 2 down here in the bottom of the 7th. Man on. All-Star game. It's maybe next week, but there's another Midsummer Classic taking place at Safeco Field later on this month. Be on hand July 23rd through the 25th as Derek Jeter, Robinson Cano, and the New York Yankees come to town. Face Ichiro, Felix, and the Mariners in their only visit to Seattle this season. Stars will be out, so pick up your tickets. Go get them right now. See the Bronx Bombers at Mariners.com. Mariners have another visit to New York, too. First weekend in August. Start of a long road trip. New York, Baltimore, and Anaheim.
Smoke, a couple of pop-ups for him today. The Orioles have the shift on. Swing the infield around to the right side. Outfielders playing Justin straight up.
Four for his last 30. 4-1. Comes the 1-1. Ball and 2 strikes. Tillman in control.
Orioles bullpen starting to move around. Looks like somebody will start to throw out there. Tillman now at 96 pitches.
The 1-2 count to Smoke. Runner at first, 2 outs. Broken back. That's a shortstop. Hardy throws out Smoke. 8th inning coming up. 4-0 Baltimore. Seattle Mariners baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Ford. We are local. And by Jack in the Box. Right now at Jack in the Box, you can try the new Chipotle Chicken Club Combo for just $4.99 plus tax. Hope you're enjoying your 4th of July. Beautiful day here in Seattle. Wind blowing left field to right field. Dad and daughter day here at the ballpark. Out in left, looks like left center field. Brandon League is on, trying to change things up, wearing his pants up around the knee the old school way. Why not?
Why not? Brandon's numbers a 3.6 ERA for Brandon League. Fastball, mid-90s. We'll use a split and a slider. Good outing for Steve Delabar. 2 innings for Steve. 4 strikeouts, 1 walk. Really pitched well.
He went after people hard.
Yes.
Got the good 95 plus, use it. And used it effectively, good control. League the 3rd pitcher. Delabar goes 2 scoreless innings, struck out 4. He did go on a swing. 2-2.
It'll be interesting to hear Eric Wedge's comments after the game regarding Noesi going 5 innings, only 80 pitches, and he pulled them.
I think the exasperation, that number 80, 7 runs, 4 hits, probably says it all.
Yeah,
As Hardy goes down swinging.
Not so sure that balk didn't have something to do with it.
That didn't help.
No.
Home run, a wild pitch, and a balk for Noesi in his 5 innings. Here's Chris Davis. Rounded the first, RBI single to right and a fly to right.
Just spiked a split finger that time. Looked like it bounced out in front of home plate.
One to Davis.
Miguel Gonzalez, the right-hander, getting loose for the Orioles. Tillman was upwards, close to 100 pitches.
Very effective, Tillman, from the beginning.
Yes.
Two one. Mariners will be in Oakland over the weekend, wrap up the first half of the season. Looking forward to Kevin Millwood getting back. Hopefully the groin will be in great shape for him so he can go deep into the ball game. He'll be facing Tommy Malone.
I just don't want to see any setbacks with him. You have the break coming up. That'll certainly help. So hopefully he can get through that outing without any further injury. Saturday
it'll be Jason Vargas against Jared Parker, and then Felix will close out the first half against Bartolo Colon.
There's Kevin.
2-2 way upstairs. Athletics starting today, just 2 games under 500.
They're now beating Boston. They're in the 7th inning and they're up 3-2. Bottom of the 7th.
Fly ball left field, backing up Wells. On the track, makes the catch. 2 outs. Root Sports, looking for the biggest Mariner fans in the Northwest. We're going state to state to find the most passionate in our region. This month, we want to hear from devoted fans in Idaho. So log on to rootsports.com and show us why you're the Mariners' ultimate Northwest fan. Here's Adam Jones. Two outs in the 8th. Kawasaki deep in the hole. Just throws out Jones. The league has a 1-2-3 inning. Mariners have been one hit through 7. See if they can get some late inning lightning. You've got Olivo, Ackley, and Kawasaki coming up.
Seattle Mariners baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino, Seattle's premier entertainment, gaming, and dining destination. By Sterling Bank. Life is about the good stuff your bank should be too. Visit our new website at bankwithsterling.com. And by AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T. Rethink possible. Great to have you with us on this gorgeous 4th of July in Seattle. Let's reconnect with Dave and Mike.
Thank you, Tom. See if the Mariners can get going here. It is not getting any earlier. Bottom of the 8th, Olivo, Ackley, and Kawasaki, bottom third of the order. Bruce Tillman has really been special today, holding the Mariners to 1 hit. He's walked 2. 3 base runners all day for Seattle. Olivo came in the 5th inning after the injury to Montero.
Troy Patton, the left-hander, getting loose for the Orioles. Gonzalez had been up, but they sat him down. Tillman, this next pitch will be 100 for him. Good curveball. 100 pitches, 60 strikes. And 60% fastballs. He was around 70% through the first 5 innings and starting to mix in his curveball and changeup more. That's another good curveball. Wow.
Man. Froze him. 12-6 curveball. Miguel will take his seat.
Take a look at this curveball as Miguel locks him up. Matt Wieters, the catcher, holds it. Gives the umpire, Mark Wegner, an opportunity to ring him up. Bring up Dustin Ackley. Ackley 0 for 2. Ground out and fly out.
He has been pounding strikes.
Well, now he's starting to get a feel for it. We saw the curveballs to Olivo, and he starts Ackley off with the changeup. Another changeup.
Popped up. Wieters has a beat on it. 2 down. Let's get back to Tom Glasgow.
All right, Dave, thanks so much from the Ford Sports Desk. Let's check in on the Angels wrapping up a series in Cleveland against the Indians. We will pick up the action as the Tribe jumping on the board first in the first. 3-run blast into right field by Michael Brantley, his second home run. He has 40 RBI this season. The Indians putting a hurting on the Angels. 12-3, bottom of the 8th. Back to the booth.
Been a lot of scoring the last few days as it's hot on the East Coast. Balls have been flying out. Thanks, Tom. Quick 2 outs. There's Kawasaki, looks at strike 1. Wide out to right. Nice diving catch by Chris Davis. And a ground out the first. That'll meet through the 5-hole.
You can see that was going to eat him up.
E5. Baltimore, worst defensive team going in the American League.
Just a two-hopper right at him. Maybe hits on the cut of the grass, but he looked like he was going to come up. He was not going to stay down on this. I think it surprised him a little bit as it goes under his glove, through the legs. Be an error. Brings up Ichiro. Ichiro 0 for 3. A couple of ground outs to the shortstop. Fly ball to left.
71st error for the Orioles. That's most in the American League. Bounce that one into the dugout of Baltimore. Only 2 to Ichiro. Runners with their 4th base runner. 2 outs here in the 8th and an 0-2 count to Ichiro. Swing and a miss. Tag by Wieters. We move to the 9th. Baltimore Orioles 4-0 here in Seattle.
Today's Tracer Technology is brought to you by the Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
There we go. 9th inning. Orioles lead it 4-0. They're going to run in the 2nd, 2 in the 3rd, 1 in the 5th. Mariners, they've been 1 hit today. They've had 4 base runners on this 4th of July. And now the 4th pitcher for Seattle is Lucas Litke.
Lucas coming over Rule 5. Really had a good first half. Look at his ERA at a 1.71. Pitched in 21 innings, 19 strikeouts. Opponent's average just 197. He will do that with a sinking fastball and a slider.
Litke's first batter, future Hall of Famer Jim Thome. Off-speed pitch for strike.
Good slider. We'll have a couple of switch hitters we'll have to work through after Thome. Wieters and Bedemeet both switch hitting.
Brendan League, a scoreless inning with a strikeout. Steve Delabar, 2 scoreless innings, a walk and 4 strikeouts. The starter Hector Nuesi, 5 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs, a walk, a home run, and a balk.
Sean Kelly starting to get loose in the Mariners pen, so Eric Wedge starting to give these guys an inning worth of work. They have tomorrow off. They'll travel to Oakland, the 3-game series before the break.
Winners. So he didn't go, so Tomey's got a 3-1 count. Noesi with a home run, giving up a wild pitch and a balk. He did not walk anybody, struck out 4. 3-1 to Jim Thome. Full count. Reload. $21,582 here at the ballpark. 3-2 pitch to Thome. Jim Thome with 609 home runs, 7th place all time on Major Leagues Baseball's home run list, and he takes a walk here, leading off the 9th. Stars the line for the 2012 Major League Baseball All-Star Game. Best in the American League take on the National League's top players. Don't miss all the action Tuesday, July 10th, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, 4:30 p.m. Pacific on Fox. Here's Matt Wieters. Switch hitting catcher. Now today singled in the 2nd. Popped to short in the 4th and flied to center in the 6th.
And Lucas out in front of him. 0-2 count.
So, I mean, not a running threat at first base.
No,
and Wieters strikes out. Licky with a walk and strikeout here in the 9th.
Oakland trying to hang on. Go to the top of the 8th inning, beating Boston 3-2. Angels just getting throttled by the Indians 12-3.
Again, big numbers again up on that board. Washington beat San Francisco 9-4. Here's a chopper. Seager. Good looking turn. No. At first, Bettamy beats it out. Good, quick, strong release by Kyle Seager to get that play started.
Yeah, to even have a play, he had to wait on this. A ball, second hop. You can see Kyle wait. Long throw to second as Ackley tries to make the turn. Beats it by about a step and a half. That'll bring out Eric Wedge. Looks like Sean Kelly on his way into the game.
Bring him in to pitch to Mark Reynolds, who's got 2 hits, 2 runs scored today in this 4-0 Baltimore lead. Seattle. Ninth inning action with 2 outs in the top of the ninth. Good pitcher for the Mariners as we get to our Nissan shift to the bullpen.
And it will be Sean Kelly. Sean, with a good fastball. It'll be 93 miles an hour. Likes to use this slider against the right-handed hitters. He will throw it often. And the first hitter he will get will be Mark Reynolds. Reynolds in the game. 2 for 3. He has a double. He scored 2 runs. A nice afternoon for Mark Reynolds. A couple of outs here in the ninth inning.
Those of us of the Stones generation appreciate the cranking of Gimme Shelter and the great speakers here at Safeco Field. Boy, did that sound good. It's right. Ball 1 to Mark Reynolds. Running first, 2 outs. That's got to get out of play. Bench runner at first is Flaherty. We saw him in last night's game, Ryan Flaherty.
And nobody throwing in the Orioles bullpen, so it looks like Buck Showalter going to give Tillman an opportunity to finish this game. He's only given up 1 hit.
Why not? Heck of a debut for 2012. Two-one pitch.
There's a good slider from Sean. Throws the slider on the outside corner and down.
Pitch misses outside. Got a full count. Three-two pitch from Kelly. Slow breaking ball down the line. That's a fair ball. Nice snag by Seager. Throw across. Dugout by Smoke. Well done. Here we go. Ninth inning. Last licks for the Mariners, down 4-0. They've been 1 hit by former Mariner farmhand Chris Tillman. Saunders, Wells, and Jaso coming up.
To Baltimore, Tom Glasgow with you from the Ford Sports Desk. A little preview of what we have coming your way on Mariners post game. We'll get Eric Wedge's reaction to what's going on at the ballpark here today. We'll recap the pregame hot dog eating chow down. That's critical. We'll grade Bill Kruger's keys to the game, get you up to date on Jesus Montero's injury. Then after that, it's pool party at Blower's house. Right now, we send it upstairs to Dave and Mike.
I'm shocked that they didn't get Tom in the hot dog eating contest. That's right up his alley.
All right, thank you, Tom. Boy, the Mariners.
There we go.
1 hit today, 4 base runners, courtesy of 2 walks and an error to go with that base hit. Here's the guy that got the base hit, Michael Saunders. He leads off the ninth. It was a 1-out single to center in the 4th. Shift on against him again.
That foul ball, Tillman now 110 pitches, 70 of those for strikes.
Tillman trying to get his first big league complete game. He's thrown 2 in the minors. 1-2 count. Staying alive.
Jim Johnson, fine closer for the Orioles, getting loose out in their pen just in case.
Bouncing ball charged by the second baseman, and Dino, he boots it. Second error tonight, this afternoon, by Baltimore. Bennett made one earlier.
Well, it looks like a fairly routine play as Andino charges this, catches it fine, and then just drops it on the transfer. That'll be an error on the second baseman. As Dave mentioned, second error of the afternoon for the Orioles. Casper Wells will get a chance. There's Jim Johnson again, 24 saves and 25 opportunities for him.
It's only number 1 in the major leagues. 72 errors on the season. That's the worst in the big leagues. Terrible defensive numbers for the Orioles. Casper Wells 1-0. He's grounded out to second, struck out looking, grounded out to third.
Come on!
And 1-1 count to Wells.
He still has a good fastball.
Yes, he does.
116 pitches, and that last fastball was 95 miles an hour.
His arsenal today has been fabulous. One-two pitch. He misses 2-2. Two pitch. Full count. On deck, John Giso. John 0 for 2 with a walk today. Adam Jones about a step towards right for Wells in center field. No outs, runner at first. Michael Saunders reached on an error by the second baseman Andino. 3-2 pitch to Wells. Struck him out. Second time Wells is keyed today. That's strikeout number 7 to Chris Tillman.
Bring up John Jaso. Jaso, the DH today. He's 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. He walked back in the 7th inning.
First pitch, strike.
Orioles outfield playing straight away for Jaso.
John's got a 1-1 count. Saunders not much of a lead at first. And the pitch. Top foul, 1-2. Tillman with a career best 122 pitches. Previous was 112 against the Mariners last May 11th. Do it again.
I think if he ends up finishing this game, look for the Orioles to shut him down early in his next outing.
It's better than the All-Star break helping him out in that regard.
Yeah, that's true.
1-2 to Jaso. Little hold up. 2-2. Tillman, 7 strikeouts, career best 8 against the Yankees in September of '09. It's 2-2 to Jaso. Line drive, right center field. Jones going after it, not going to get it. Jaso comes through again. They're getting a big wave on for Saunders. Now they hold him up as the ball comes back to Andino, the cutoff man. So a 1-out double for John Jaso. Second hit of the ball game for the Mariners. Jaso's 12th double of the season.
That'll bring out Buck Showalter, and he's going to go to his closer. Take a look at the swing by Jaso. Gets a fastball in the middle of the plate, and it's down as he hits it into the gap. Second base hit of the game for the Mariners. We'll have an opportunity to pick up a few runs. Kyle Seager will be the next hitter as Jim Johnson, the fine closer, will come in.
Mariners trying to get back in it here in the ninth. Chris Tillman, former Mariner, what a ball game he threw today.
Outstanding ball game today. 8 in the third for him. Just the 2 hits. The double by Jaso chased him in this one. 125 pitches, 79 of those for strikes. He did have a couple of walks and 7 strikeouts, but he was impressive. We'll bring in Jim Johnson, again, the closer for the Orioles.
Slow bouncing ball. Andino throws out Seager, runs, scores. 2 outs. It's 4-1 Baltimore. RBI for Seager is 48th. 2 outs. Brings up Justin Smoke. Very difficult day for him.
See how outstanding the numbers are for Johnson. A 1.26 ERA for him. 22 strikeouts in the 35 2/3 innings that he has pitched.
Most saves in the big leagues right now. Johnson with 24. 2 outs, runner at third, a run in.
And for Johnson, he has a good sinker. We'll use a slider and a split. Have the shift on in the infield again for Justin Smoke, straight away in the outfield.
Johnson saved last night's game, an inning of scoreless work for save number 24, making a winner out of Aaron O'Day. 5-4 Baltimore. Mariners won the first game 6-3. 2-0. Two-0 pitch here to Smoke. Well struck. It's a base hit. Picks up an RBI. Got a 4-2 ball game. Miguel Olivo will come to bat, representing the tying run. Smoke hit it on the button. That's a good sign. Picks up an RBI. His 14th.
The pinch runner, Brendan Ryan, will come out and pinch run for Justin Smoke. Smoke gets ahead in the count. He gets to a 2-0 count. He gets a good fastball to hit and hits it through the shift of the Orioles. They look at the McDonald's super mode. Smoke barrels that pitch up.
34th RBI for Smoke. Big report, 34.
I'll give Olivo an opportunity. Miguel, 7 home runs on the year.
Oh, come on, Wieners!
The last 6 games for the Mariners have been decided in the final inning.
Wieners, you okay?
Because Olivo is the tying run. Mark Reynolds, the first baseman, will play behind Brendan Ryan, so they won't hold him on at first.
Ball 1 to Olivo. Olivo 1 for 6 against Jim Johnson. Ryan eases down to second. It'll be a difference as Olivo takes a strike.
Tom Wilhelmsen getting loose in the Mariners pen just in case.
Doesn't chase. 2 balls, 1 strike. Two-one pitch. Right field. Davis on the track. And that is your ball game. 4-2. Baltimore wins. Take the series 2 out of 3. Mariners finished their 10-game homestand with a record of 4-6. They'll have a day off tomorrow. Go to Oakland. Final 3 games of the first half of the season. Adam Jones, a former Mariner, he had a big day, got him going with a home run to lead off the second. And how about Chris Tillman? He was a big part of the story today.
Again, Tillman giving up just 2 hits in the game, 2 runs, both of them earned, coming late here in the 9th inning for the Mariners. We saw that back-to-back days for the Mariners, scoring late in the game, but some outstanding starting pitching for the Orioles in this series. So the Mariners, as you mentioned, Dave, will get tomorrow off and hopefully find their bats in Oakland for that 3-game set before the break.
And Oakland will be some tough customers. They're playing some good ball. Playing Boston right now, and they started the day just 2 games. under 500. So the Mariner offense didn't come alive till late, and then it was coming up just a little bit short. 4-2 the final. Orioles take the series. They'll be back in September. Let's go out to Brett and Bill.
All right, gentlemen, thank you. Mariners unable to really find the bats of the offense. This homestand, as Dave mentioned, Bill, 4-6, the just completed stand. And Chris Tillman wasn't the Chris Tillman that we've seen over the last couple of years. He was a different pitcher today.
Well, he had a very good spring, 2.90 ERA. They sent him down. He felt like he had something to prove. He's improved himself, obviously. He was 8-8 in Norfolk with a 3.5 ERA. He didn't pitch like that today. Big velo, mid-90s, good curveball, good changeup. It was legit.
Yeah, couldn't finish it. Gives up 2 runs, as it turns out. No shutout. But the Mariners still fall 4-2. Tillman now 1-0 on the year. Johnson, save number 25. Noese, 2-11, the most losses in the major leagues. We're back. We're having an update on Montero, who left this game after getting a foul ball off the mask. We'll have that update. More reaction.